Well, stop your grinning and grab your linen. It's time for the triumphant return of RPGN. I'm your co-host, Laugh Love Lindy, and with me always is the henchman I hired specifically to carry my gold, Jonathan Pruitt.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to be a professional now. That's right, Lindy. Today's RPGN is poised to deliver a carefully timed airstrike of the most raucous, belligerent, lecherous tabletop gaming moments right into your face holes.
And today marks RPGN's first appearance here on the WebDM YouTube channel, which makes this episode a rare collector's item.
That's right. RPGN has had its amazing Fantasy 15 over on Twitch, and this is our Spider-Man #1. So put it on the shelf and next to your Death and Return of Superman, because it's going to be worth something someday.
Yes, it's a great jumping on point for new viewers, but we've got to start with something familiar. So let's ease the noobs into the RPGN groove with this first clip from WebDM's own Starward Bound, as everyone's favorite murder robot meets some other E-units and a leader is decided.
An event with explosions and sound. We are accompanied, not alone. This 404 unit is with us.
404. You are the closest to 1. What should we do?
I suppose we should investigate.
Affirmative. Let's roll out.
A prime idea.
Can I just say I love you guys so much?
I cried when Optimus Prime died, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Oh my gosh, he dies? Spoilers, Pruitt!
Look, this happened 32 years ago. I think 3 decades is outside the spoiler statute, but yes, he died. He passed on the matrix of leadership to Ultra Magnus, and then he turned gray as I wept softly into my Ultimate Warrior pillow.
Well, all right. Legal has reviewed the official spoiler statute of limitations, and I'm being told, damn it, that you're right. Optimus Prime's death is well within the public domain.
Vindication! And now, with my victory complete, I grasp firmly my reward. Dick jokes. In space! With Deep Space 5 on Encounter Roleplay.
He hands you back the card that you had given him, the black card, and there is a D written on it, or whatever, space D. Space D. That's a bad term, sorry, but it's space letter D. Space D.
Delta?
Space Delta, thank you. Space Delta. The Delta.
It got steamy real fast.
We're not...
Okay. Garrus, Boba Fett, and oh gosh, number 3 is so hard.
Lindy, what are you doing?
I'm listing off my top 3 space D list. Duh.
What's so hard about your space D?
Well, you can only pick 3. It's okay. I'm sure the third person will come to me soon.
Anywho, let's allow the Mists of Barovia to take us to a special live TwitchCon event where Dice Camera Ballcaps shows us how to be vampire slayers.
He is far from home, Strahd. You have pulled him from his domain.
My moonlight thing is not radiant damage, right?
Your moonlight thing?
What's that called? Moonbeam, yeah.
Are any of my chickens in there?
I don't remember.
Is there a chicken?
Let's say yes.
I'll check. Hold on. D&D Beyond will help.
Let's say yes.
Okay, yes. DM says yes. All right, so instead, she casts her flaming sword aside and casts Moonbeam and calls down a pillar of light in the middle of the mist.
There's a chicken there, too.
And she adds the bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm. And chicken support.
And chicken.
Now they're like
and moral support.
And moral support.
Yeah!
The chickens are just like pecking. Like eating seeds?
But mainly the bardic.
So 24 to hit with the moonbeam.
All right, you catch the misty form of Strahd in the moonbeam, and this energy comes basically from your faith, from Lathander.
Straight down from Lathander. Just...
So we've already sort of said it's more of a morning light than moonlight.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dawn, the light of the dawn
Exactly.
before the sun.
So you bring the dawn down upon him. And in that moment, he is just obliterated.
No, it can't be. There's another one.
Wait, was Chris Perkins wearing a skin-tone baseball cap with a wig on it?
Got it. Number 3. Jane Cobb, hero of Kenton.
You mean the man they call Jane?
The one and the same. That's my third space D. Oh, and yes, I believe that is Chris Perkins in a wig cap.
Hey, you know, I interviewed him, right?
Yes, we all know what you did, and we are tired of hearing about it, Pruitt.
Yeah, I mean, you can see all that and more of WebDM's coverage of Gamehole 2018 this Monday on WebDM. There, I got my plug. You can proceed.
You know, I'll watch it, but only if there's more Lisa Chin. She is precious and adores my Air Genasi monk. So let's rage on with this next bit of fresh hell from Age of Arcana as an enemy charges into the fray, complete with ultimate battle cry.
Grunts and abandons all pretense of sneaking up.
All right.
And it charges at you. Yeah, screaming exactly like that. That was just super well timed.
Yeah.
Everyone remember, loud neighbor sex is a problem that can crop up at any time. Please schedule your games accordingly.
You know, all they really need is a Wilhelm scream, and then they've got like the full soundboard.
Yeah, but think of the royalties alone. We couldn't even afford that. And speaking of sound clips we can't afford, here's a memorable 90s TV jingle, as sung by our very own Tab Cannon.
The jury will return after these messages. No little cinnamon gum freshens breath longer than Big Red. So kiss a little longer, stay close a little longer, longer with Big Red. That Big Red freshness lasts right through it. How you do it, say goodbye a little longer, make it last a little longer. Give your breath long-lasting freshness with Big Red.
How'd they get Big Red? We couldn't even get Colgate to sponsor us.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for a callback from baddragon.com.
Now, is that bad-dragon.com? All right, well, I'll call them again if we don't hear back from Listerine. We have filthy, dirty mouths, after all. You know, it's also great for that. Tic Tacs. And I sure hope that Jester had some on Critical Role before her first kiss that may have included a bit of resuscitation.
I didn't know if it counted.
Oh, well, what was the situation?
I was drowning.
Oh, you mean today? Oh.
Does that count, though?
Okay, well, I mean, let's take a look at this. Your lips pressed against each other.
Yes.
It meant something.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
Like I wasn't dead.
Yeah, alive. Yeah, that is the feeling.
Yeah.
And did it make your heart beat faster than being completely stopped? How it was?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's not dead.
If I had to do my first kiss over again, I would want all of those things.
Really?
Yes, that's the best first kiss. It's someone you care about.
Well, I didn't.
It's good that Ford had the focus to have a fusion of lips and explore her path back from the edge of death.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a real Jester and Ford fiesta on their underwater excursion. She barely escaped with her life.
Are we sure he's not a ranger, or at least a warlock ranger hybrid?
I don't know, but he must hang out with a lot of pirates. Lots of sailing the high seas. Guided by the stars. You know, I wonder if his sign is a Taurus.
Well, maybe. Maybe read Tusks of Love to find out. Reading can be very educational in many ways, as we see here in this next clip from the Glass Cannon.
Would you mind spending the night? I would like to take some time with this book. I have guest quarters. You're welcome to stay. I think this could be I have a bottle of wine and
bottle of red,
maybe
bottle of white.
Maybe we could just put on something comfortable
and read this text by the firelight.
All bang. No.
All right. Where do I pick up a book like that? Because that is totally my kind of reading.
Well, there is a literature section on the Bad-Dragon website. It's buried deep, though.
Oh, sweet. I'll have to recommend it to my sex cult. I mean, book club. We meet next Thursday if you want to come. But in the meantime, check out Off the Table, where apparently rude people and assholes are basically the same thing.
He's a huge asshole.
Yeah. I'm used to those.
That's the end of Monster Hunts, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Wow, I'm not used to rude people.
Just once. Before you speak, please.
I think he thought really hard about that one.
Long and hard. How are we supposed to satirize this, Lindy?
Penis.
Well, that's one way to handle it. Now let's bang a gong and get it on from GameholeCon in this Lillard-tastic clip from the D&D Beyond Adventurers League Extra Life game.
So he leans over your shoulder and like his nose is right there equal with your ear and takes one very long, very awkward, deep breath in.
Yeah, smell me.
What? My corn never talks back to me like this. You're not corn.
Why is
I don't need this
Beetle
corn.
bothering this sweet little corn boy?
Corn boy. He's just waving his hands in the air. You're not corn.
Leave him alone.
Stumbles his way over to the west side of the chamber. Here, there's the gong. He takes the mallet that's on the floor.
No, before he does that, he does not get a chance to ring the gong.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'm going to stand in front of him and push him back and be like, that gong is not being rung.
You're going to stand between him and the gong?
Oh, yes.
Heroically interpose, like, no.
Very pointedly. He collects himself, and even though he's been sort of scattered and all over the place here, this is very direct. He looks you dead in the eye and says, "You're between me and my corn."
What a wonderful charity game, folks, at a fantastic con that I did not attend. However, I have heard so much about it from my co-host, it feels as if I was there.
Matt Mercer smells like rose water in springtime.
I bet that's just the inherent niceness wafting out of his pores. It's really a medical and scientific phenomenon. Just like these guys in 20 Sides to Every Story playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Okay. So, how much does a caliper cost, Doc? Because I might have accidentally used one of your calipers to stir my Cosmo the other day, and now it's all gummed up. It doesn't really work.
What? Slide, we've had this conversation 1,000 times.
Well,
wasn't that the toilet brush?
No, I mistook it for the...
Wait, you're using it as a toilet brush?
I was definitely not using it as a toilet brush. Well, I don't think we've brushed our toilets in months. I don't even know if we have a toilet brush.
You don't have a toilet. What are you talking about?
Right.
Isn't that what we stole the caliper for last month?
What's a toilet?
You mean the whole
Seinfeld reference?
Well, this is exactly why we need to get more money, so we can have a caliper each for our own purposes.
What's a
This
caliper?
is why we can't have...
That reminds me, do you know what happened to the toilet blush in the RPGN bathroom? The glory hole needs a good scrub.
Well, we were using the cat, which is, of course, the nickname I gave my old toothbrush.
Well, ever since legal got onto us about the janitor filming in the bathroom and he had to resign, it's been sorely lacking for attention.
Speak for yourself. We get the whole package from PowerScore RPG in this next clip as Rain is knocked into the dimension of balls, and Pluto Plopolina has sacks up and goes to save her.
That seems pretty ballsy, but it's your style.
That's true. I may not have balls anymore, but, you know, it's the thought that counts.
Got the cojones.
Ah, the cojones. I believe that's primordial.
I think it is, yes. I know I heard it somewhere.
Perhaps this realm is ruled by someone named...
Can Winry just hop away? Can she go back?
My name
Can
is...
she go back to the Tomb of Annihilation and find Azarak and ask him to kill her?
Hey, I didn't name the dimension Scrote, so... Give me...
I want to die.
I am Cojone, Lord of Scrote. Welcome!
This is my own personal hell right now.
Cozy realm.
Oh, God.
Isn't it just me? You're very blue in here.
Metaphorical balls of steel right there. Certainly not literal.
And this is why you don't drink from strange dungeon fountains, especially ones in Tomb of Annihilation.
And also, Katie is okay with the whole long and hard, but she's fazed by some balls.
Remind me not to invite her to the sex club. I mean book cult. You know, I bet Stream 4 Star isn't up to anything weird, sexual, cult, or book-related activity. Roll the clip.
Listen, the Fae have really weird diets. Some of us eat ash, some of us eat stone. It could be all kinds.
Some of us eat ass. Not Ezra, just I've read about it in books.
I wrote one.
God damn it.
Dagon's Down Under Adventure, we call it.
Dagon Too Far.
That's the sequel.
Dagon and back again.
Sometimes the ass blows a little kiss at you. That's called Dagon. That's called Dagon with the wind.
Ooh, Dagon too far with that joke.
Yep, I think they gone and stretched it about as far as it'll go. The next clip from Retroverse goes about 16 bars in a single nightclub as Master Beaters grips the mic and drops it like it's hot.
And begins playing bass to accompany the keyboard.
And as he does this, the tempo changes, and the dwarf starts bobbing his head, and he starts, "Oh yeah, Master Beater's in the house. Surge Maestro to give you a slice of the pure metal. No way to defeat. He'll be linking that sycophantic rhythm and rhyme, set you up in a line, which will let the master hacker Big Pa, forearm Max Axer, wails on the bass and drums like a master. Didn't the heavens warn you with the thunder? Hit with the treble and that bass comes under. Music of the celestial spheres, that purest metal shifting the gears. Ain't nothing to fear when musical dragon drifts near. Down that river filled with crippling corruption. Remember that the piano's coming through like an eruption. Boom! And then more instrumental.
Yeah! Showing them clips and dropping them quips.
Hearing that beat makes me shake my hips.
Well, you didn't expect rhymes from these lips?
We got all the bars to make you flip. And speaking of bars, in this next clip from Encounter Roleplay's Dragon Heist game, Lucifer needs a drink bad. Like, real bad.
No. And Lucifer gets down and starts drinking. It's like water, tea, coffee, water, tea, water, 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 tea, water, 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 tea, coffee. Like it just, it's almost like a xylophone of liquid ingestation.
Isn't a xylophone of liquid ingestation like in the new Xanathars? Is that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it requires attunement, though.
Oh, now that was a minor pun. In this clip, we see major spoilers from behind the scenes as Table Story gets a little personal with their backstage chat, their private chat.
You don't understand. Every now and then, when you're doing these games on a show, a message will come up from one of the private chats where normally it's just like, hey guys, jump into this chat, and it will be the worst thing you've ever
You guys think
seen.
you know PB, but you don't.
You don't. She's constantly in the privates.
Anyway.
I mean, the private
This isn't live Jasmine or Omegle. You can't just go around streaming, getting into people's privates.
Yeah, I'm more of a chat roulette man myself. Just that random danger.
Ooh, you gotta be careful there, man. You can see anything on there these days, like a ball kicking party and some shit.
Wait, they play kickball on chat roulette?
It's more like what happens on this next clip from Scraticus, where the party seems to have quite the vendetta against somebody.
In like a full minute span, and I just exact numbers, longitude, latitude, the whole bit.
Ema, did you get that? Because I didn't get that.
I got that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Blue will carry you.
Oh, thank you, Blue.
I turn to Vesh and I say, "Hey Vesh, do you want to help me kick my friend Leon in the balls? You can hold the nuts while I hit him."
He gives you that same look, and is like, "Well, I don't have very good hand-eye coordination, but I can come along if you'd want."
Okay, well, if any luck, we'll just crush him to death.
And so, yeah, he goes off with Kaya.
I give Vesh his invitation too.
You said it's in the sky?
There's a lot of ball talk in today's highlights. I mean, what are RPGs turning into? A sport?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Pruitt.
Oh, sorry, Lindy. Are you sure you don't have any commentary on the matter?
I'm under NDA. Just wait till the next episode of RPGN.
Uh-huh. Well, we wouldn't want to turn this into a shit show like the next clip from Dark and Dicey as Trixa summons a monster last seen in the movie Dogma.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be hard to miss. I just look over and I'm like, oh shit.
In a second.
For those of you who have played Final Fantasy VIII, it's like the Diablo summon. This brown liquid just sort of forms above this crowd of zombies and soldiers, and it peels away to reveal the gooey insides of the excremental plopping down on your zombie horde and soldiers both. The smell hits everyone immediately. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw. Wait, remember I had my mask rigged. Oh, that's true. Actually, you are okay because you have masks.
I rolled well anyway.
But you two make a Constitution saving throw.
16.
16. You're okay.
14.
You're also okay. It's training camp value, soldiers. Right. So this wailing, self-deprecating elemental collides with these soldiers. The zombies don't mind because they already smell like poop. So they continue clawing through its gooey body, getting to the soldiers, who are now having the worst death you can possibly imagine as this excremental crushes them into the ground, trapping their bodies in literal poop as zombies eat their faces. Your families will be proud.
Self-deprecating? Come on, self-defecating is right there.
Well, Pruitt, we have the benefit of seeing these types of things in hindsight, but it does seem like a real waste.
I mean, no shit. I wouldn't want hindsight on an excremental, though, Lindy.
Oh, true. Let's just flush this out of our minds and move on to Gratuitous RP, where Kale does a phenomenal recap of what the party has done so far to a very regal NPC.
We are a group of travelers that have been hopping across the plains, trying to fix problems.
What sort of problems? And do speak a little bit quicker.
Well, there's a... Pardon me, let me get prepared. Okay, so there's civil organizations. They're going around. We don't know exactly what their motivation are for doing this, but they're going around all the different planes, all the elemental planes, and with the Shadowfell and the Feywild, we solved those problems already. They're going to all these different places and laying down these crystals, and they're taking the power from those planes and putting them in the material plane to what ends we don't know yet, but we're going around and destroying all the crystals before they can meet their nefarious ends.
Yep. Perfect.
And that's why I like to watch all YouTube vids at 2x speed.
Oh, same.
Yep, yeah. All the info, half the time, equals double the comedy.
Oh, but not all visual media is better in double time. For example, porn.
Well, Lindy, we don't really want to poke that bear. And speaking of poking, over at the Greyhawk Channel's Path of the Plains game, Shallot and Brulinda get into a bit of a poke-off, and it gets pretty hard to watch.
Shallot, before you go too far, how is everybody feeling in and of yourselves?
I'm feeling full of vigor.
But would a hard, poke, kill you is what I'm asking?
I don't know. Would a hard poke kill you?
It hasn't so far.
Clip, please.
You people are awful. You should be ashamed.
You're only ashamed because you didn't come up with it first.
There's no shame in a good, long, hard poke.
Lindy, we're live, right?
We're live?
Yeah, we're always live. It's literally the hallmark of the show.
This isn't a rehearsal?
Does it look like we ever have rehearsal?
Oh, fuck, you're right. Well, hi there, folks. Let's take a look at this completely and totally, utterly innocent clip from Perception Check. It's got puppets, so it's got to be totally family friendly, right? Right?
A player character, a player made stunt.
Good luck.
So I get to roll, and one of the players gets to make up their own stunt.
What a show.
What's happening?
Nope.
No. But you're clearly
But I'm
happy to
enthralled.
see us.
Now I've heard of finger puppets, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, was that a finger puppet in his pocket, or was he just happy to see him?
What do you think finger puppets call finger sandwiches?
Oh, I think they just call them sandwiches.
Huh. Anyway, over on Dice Ballcap action, Diath gets the killing blow on Xanathar, and in Waterdeep, you keep what you kill.
That's 3-9. You kill the beholder. And it falls.
I want his eye patch to have a sword come out of it.
Okay. Well, that would be a hell of a shot, but yeah, it's your blade just sort of shoots out.
Yeah,
through
like
the
out
eye
my
patch.
whole.
Yeah, and then back to your hand.
Like my whole hand's in there, and then when I feel his body go limp, it's like lifting his sword and just dropping it to the ground like something stuck to your hand. Just
yes, it just hits the ground with a splat and lands there dead. All of its eye stalks fall limp to its sides, and at that point in time, Amerigo just drops his axe, clutches his helmet, goes, "No!"
I've done it. I'm the Xanathar now.
The dwarf looks at you and takes off his helmet and kneels before you. You are Xanathar now.
So, if I kill you, does that mean I become the sole host of RPGN?
Well, no, Lindy. That's not how the real world works.
We shall see, Pruitt. We shall see. Speaking of seeing death, Bram the cleric on Laughing Dragon Inn has a tale of death and woe for just about every occasion.
If I see the dog, I'll say, on the ship we had a dog just like that one. Her name was Happiness. Last time I saw her neck got tangled up in the rigging as the ship sank. I swam to get closer. Her tail was wagging. By the time I got to Happiness, she was dead. And her tail never wagged again. Thanks for the twisty. I'll see you in Dugan's Hole.
I never get tired of Tales from the Unsinkable.
I love Bram so much.
But he's just making up stories.
Yeah. He has a personal one-on-one experience with every person as they died on that ship.
R.I.P. Happiness. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. And F's in the chat.
I'll pour one out for you, Happiness.
It's been so long since I've seen Happiness. So long.
It's fleeting. The years just fly by.
To feel its brush on your cheek in the morning sunshine.
We're talking about the dog, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, just a misunderstanding. Much like drinking like hot sauce, like in the middle of a stream, like we see in this next entry from Phantom Roll Booth's Monster Hearts game.
Sorry, I just took a swig of Dicks, so I'm like, it's hotter than I was expecting. Oh, sorry, Dirty Dicks.
Doesn't help.
It's a hot sauce brand.
Okay, not.
It's tropical. It's a tropical medley of hot sauce.
I don't know that this justifies a whole lot.
Yep. Pro tip: if your hot sauce is named Dirty Dicks, you just keep it to yourself.
Just a tip. And no one wants to see your dirty dick.
A little personal hygiene goes a long way. Or a short one. We're all made differently after all.
Are you trying to say something there, Pruitt? Or are you setting up the next clip? Because I'm currently doing that. The Greyhawk channel's Path of the Plains puts the party in contact with Strahd's massive organ, and one member likes the way it feels.
The entire seems to vibrate. You can feel vibration coming up through the floor as a massive organ begins to belt out a reverberant chorus.
Berlinda will kind of look around. Oh, seems like Strahd has a fairly impressive organ, and starts taking off her bow and her short sword and putting them down.
There it is.
You know, come on, you can't. You kind of setting that up.
Look at the size of that organ.
Opera Geek is so thirsty.
Well, I mean, who isn't thirsty for Strahd? After all, he does indeed have a mighty impressive organ. You can color me impressed.
Has your book club covered Strahd yet?
Oh, Strahd was a masterpiece. He even showed up for a book signing at the club.
Okay, since I'm pretty sure book signing is a euphemism, let's just move on over to the Bag of Snails channel, where the anti-heroes meet a special guest with a dramatic reveal.
At one point, it might have been. It's like if there was a room that was like a little like closet at some point that somebody had cut out and turned it into like a vending stall. That's like that you could like a shop counter that you could sell like cup of noodles and drinks and stuff from one side and then out the other. And standing inside of that little room, in the process of eating a cup of noodle, Kyle, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm gonna call out knock knock after.
I love
it. No, just
you are muted, my good sir.
Hey, I was eating here. How you doing?
You know your door's boarded up, right?
Yeah, I got in through the window.
Oh, not again. And this, folks, is our PSA of the day, mute buttons, and why we pay attention to them. It can be easy to forget that you're muted. However, you don't want to take away from the moment or an important dramatic scene.
Shit. Okay, am I back?
Yep. You're back. So let's get back to the show, shall we? You're going to be ecstatic for this, as Laura Lee's mind gets a little scrambled after the request of, "You ready to go mount an egg?" Doesn't go over easy.
You ready to give a man an egg?
Jesus. Help. You were asked a very specific question, Laura Lee. You better fucking answer it. I think that's a yes. She's never been more ready.
She just stares at you with this shock on her face. Yeah. She just nods very slowly.
Okay.
And we still haven't gotten a clear answer yet. I'm starting to see why it's Katie Faye's, since she is so often.
Faced or not, when someone asks you in a question, especially a very direct question, you better answer.
Yeah, the phasers were set to stun, but not as stunning as an elf with a beard, as we learn on the Greyhawk channel, their game, Secrets of the Greyhawk Castle.
Gundar, you couldn't help but notice when Litri was climbing, her hair blowing in the wind. It's like slow motion.
Oh, that hair was on a beard. That'd be good.
Sorry, what?
What? What? Hi.
You were saying something about beards?
Beard? Oh, yeah. You look good with a beard.
Can I press a digitation?
Is that weird?
Can I press a digitation myself with my beard?
Oh, now you're just torturing him.
She does look good.
Gundar just sort of like pulls up his hood like over his eyes.
It's a fine beard.
Thank you. I stroke my beard.
I've never seen someone with a beard. Do you mind if I braid it?
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh god, there's braids.
If your braid lasts for more than 4 hours, please call your hairdresser and thank them for doing it right.
Yeah, I mean, a good braid is so hard to come by.
Oh, it's so true. Those pictures in the Dwarven Playboy just aren't highlighting them like they used to.
I thought it was called Clayboy.
Oh, you're probably right. I mostly stick to Goliath hard rock magazines myself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm more of a Flint House man myself. But enough of our Dwarven porn magjag.
Okay. We'll get off this topic, so don't get your panties in a wad. Because if you were playing Monster of the Week on Laughing Dragon Inn, you wouldn't have any.
Didn't fall off. At least between the door and here, it is underwear free. I really like those underwear.
Sorry for your loss, Blake. Hey, congratulations on your liberations.
Can I lean over to Chloe and be like, are goatmen stealing panties on campus?
Not that I know of, but hey, didn't you say in your vision somebody was pulling on your pants?
Yeah, I did. I don't want a goat man to have my underpants.
I mean, I don't either love, but like...
I love that I wrote this unconsciously, apparently, for that moment.
That was good.
Yeah, it's paid off. I can go home.
Underpant goats are a menace.
Well, I think that the technical term is satyrs.
Well, yeah, but I was gonna do a whole underpants gnomes bit, and you fucked up step 2. Now we'll never know what step 2 is, Lindy.
Well, I don't think we're missing that much.
Well, except underpants, apparently.
Well, I never wear pants anyway, Pruitt. You know that. Oh, and neither does the book club, so if you do show up next Thursday, just keep that in mind.
Okay, speaking of unasked for bits of awkward, over on the Scraticus channel, we learn from Wizards and Wardrobes why you keep magic rods in the family.
Yeah. I hand my rod to you. Please take my rod, sister.
Thank you so much, brother, for the rod.
This rod is more useful to you than it is to me. I can't seem to activate it.
Is that so? I will put to good use.
I'm glad you found use out of my rod.
I twirl the rod.
Yeah, she should be more careful when handling her brother's rod.
Well, I wouldn't know. I only have sisters.
Well, either way, gross.
Yeah, we're not going there. We will, however, go over to Ball Caps Camera Action, where Evelyn is making De'Aaron take a test during an interview, and a very good question comes up.
The first question is, finish the sentence. Vampires are generally A, attractive, B, evil, C, potential allies, D, all of the above.
I have trouble with this.
Do you have a question about one of the questions?
Yes, I have a
Yes, what's your question?
This first one.
Yeah?
I need to know one technical thing before I answer this. Is sex with vampires considered necrophilia?
No question is a bad question in this classroom. There's nothing off limits. I've never thought about that before. I feel like I need to ask an expert. I wonder if Paulton would know.
I'm definitely gonna go with D. All of the above. Oh, can I be a vampire D hunter?
I thought you were already a vampire D hunter.
Well, I mean, I could share my top 3 vampire Ds.
Would you not?
I think it'd be a mistake not to, Pruitt.
Okay, I'm uninviting you from this conversation.
Strahd's on there.
Nope.
Dracula from Castlevania.
Well, okay, wait. Video game or Netflix?
The Netflix series.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. He was very relatable.
He was. And my third would be...
Okay, over on powerscorerpg, they're playing Dragon Heist. Slim enters a brothel with a very special lady that Kuriyami believes to be an assassin. Special K leaps in to save their fellow member, but a window comes between them.
So, you run, you jump, you hit the window, but it doesn't break.
Uh-oh.
Make a deck, so hold on to the sill.
14.
Okay, so you're hanging on. So Slim, you're doing whatever, and you do hear a thump.
Okay.
The lady doesn't notice because she's so into her job,
Solaris just stands at the lip of the roof and is like,
I don't know what I'm allowed to say right now.
Err on the side of caution.
I freak out. I think it's the murderer, so I get my scimitar out, looking towards the window. Like, did you hear that? Get down. Well, further down.
So not every day you can tell a lady to get further down.
That's right, because that cost any further, and that would cost extra.
How would you know, Pruitt?
I'm a true fan of HBO's Real Sex, Lindy.
I'm a true fan of our next segment, Critical Hits. It's one thing to roll a natural 20. It's another thing to call it. Like Babe Ruth in the 32 World Series, this guy just keeps calling the shots in Flump of the Wild.
I feel like Adrix is getting really good at it.
Yeah, Adrix is. Once you tell Adrix to start perching, he will start perching.
All right, roll the perch.
You realize if I do this, it's going to be a 20, right?
Well, you have blips to spend on it too. Oh my god!
That is unreal.
How?
That is unlikely.
All right, I'm gonna need somebody to go back through our hundreds and hundreds of hours of games and do a supercut of all of McDole's just stupid dice tricks.
Just his bullshit, his utter bullshit.
Okay. I mean, you are perching like
a champion.
I mean,
when you gotta perch, you gotta perch.
Yeah, and with great success comes great responsibility.
And with critical success, you can save anything on the Greyhawk channel's Valley of Soot and Skull.
The only great, cool wisdom, my fave, bards. I think the only thing I have to add to this is that inspiration from the Vision Quest. So we'll see. I don't have anything else to add to it.
With a natural 20, despite it still not reaching the DC that you needed, the natural 20 always succeeds as you are able to feel your entire body begin to kind of white out, and you're able to force yourself through and refocus at the last second. Billy, it is your turn at the top of round 5.
Cool,
That was super duper fucking clutch.
Actually, read as written, critical successes only affect attacks and not ability checks or saves unless it's a death save.
It's a house rule, Pruitt, because fun is the name of the game. However, Uncanny Adventures is the name of the next game in our next clip.
I'm gonna frenzy and try to stab again.
You got this, buddy. You saved our silvers.
19. You hit.
Okay.
How much
So you gonna
damage?
do 12.
The giant lizard slumps to the ground.
Oh, that's fine.
And
We still
Raishan.
gotta get a medicine check on this
Well,
guy.
Raishan has to make.
Oh no.
Oh no! Death save. Raishan. He is alive!
He's alive!
With one
That
hit
gives me
point!
1 hit point.
He is alive, Raishan! You wake up inside its gut. Your eyes open again, and you're not as constricted as before. Your skin is burning. It hurts really bad.
Oh my god.
But that is your action for the turn as you're lying in there trying to figure out what's going on.
You know, it's good to be alive, even if it is with a slight burning sensation, don't you think?
And good for him, because that nat 20 kept him out of our final segment. Rest in pieces. We begin with a Call of Cthulhu game from Uncanny Adventures, as this reign of terror reaches one of the players right at the end.
And a figure walks around the corner behind you. And you see Citizen Regault looking at you, aiming a flintlock now in your direction.
Oh no.
And he is going to point the flintlock at you and smile, just a broad smile. And he says, "Viva la France," as he is going to pull the trigger. What do you want to do as he is shooting this gun at you?
Can I try and like swat it out of his hand or something?
You would have to run back.
Is he too far away? God
Yeah.
damn it.
Or you can roll dodge if you want to try to jump after Babon before he shoots you.
I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of running back to this guy.
All right, so he shoots at you. Ouch.
Youch, yeah.
Yep. You guys, Babon, you hear a muffled, as you are going through the wall, you hear a muffled gunshot. And so, Dupois, you are going to take... Now, Dylan, I'll remind you, you have 2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
Okay. Oof.
Is that all? Okay.
Yes. So how many hit points did you have?
I had 5.
Okay. Are you dead?
I'm at 0, yes.
Oh my god, so...
Call of Cthulhu is a deadly and dangerous game, as Dupois found out.
Yes, I've died in Cthulhu, and I have lived, and I much prefer the latter.
I do as well. In our final clip, the villain casts Power Word Kill on the paladin, which results in his immediate and very painful death.
You see in front of you, Neo, like his rigid body, and then you see these you see this snake come out of the ground, this black chain wrap around his body and choke him around the neck. You see Neil's veins pulsate, and then they start pulsating this like sickly purple hue before you just hear this like as his neck snaps and he falls down. And then Edison just goes I hope you enjoyed
Can
that.
I get a maternal reaction?
What'd you do?
Mom reaction.
It's a
you know
weird-
how like sometimes moms can lift cars when their babies are trapped under them?
Yeah,
Can I do that?
you do, but nothing happened. As there's no car in sight.
Someone just a stripped butt ass
If only there was a car.
in horror, she goes, "Oh no!" and rips off her clothes so she can cry out in pain.
Oh, this episode of RPGN was a total bloodbath. I don't know about you, but I am spent.
What about you, loyal viewers? Was it as good for you as it was for us? Do you want to stay and cuddle, or do you want to get your stuff and just go? I mean, just let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you are thirsty for more.
An extra special thank you to Uber producer Brandon Herbert at War Eagle Keep for keeping things humming behind the scenes. Bless you, Brandon. You are doing the Lord's work.
And let us not forget our clip collector, our media mentor, our submission supervisor himself, the man with the most infectious laugh in tabletop gaming, Sean McGovern of PowerScoreRPG.
Yes, if you catch an awesome moment in streaming tabletop gaming, whether yours or someone else's, submit it to RPGN. Just pass it along to powerscorerpg@gmail.com or over on Twitter at powerscorerpg and submit it to the show.
And of course, a mighty thanks to our sponsor, Tabletop Loot. Check them out for all of your t-shirt, mug, and dice needs. Also, make sure to drop in on my lovely co-host Lindy and her Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LaughLoveLindy. And follow her over on Twitch at LaughLoveLindy.
Also, don't miss tomorrow's Q&A video right here on WebDM featuring interviews with Chris Perkins, Matt Mercer, and more awesome coverage of GameholeCon 2018.
And to check out previous episodes of RPGN, head on over to WebDM Plays. It's our channel over on YouTube, which features archives of Starward Bound, Unearthly Twilights, and Land Between Two Rivers.
Well, that does it us for here at RPGN. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, be good to each other, always pay cash, don't eat the yellow snow, and Pruitt, you have anything else?
Yeah, I mean, invest in a Roth IRA, get some good, dependable slacks. I prefer Docker's field khakis as they have wicking fibers and water just flies right off of them.
That didn't help you with that tea you spilled on your crotch at GameholeCon.
Okay, good night, everyone. Good night.
You should look at his Twitter. It was a disaster.
I don't appreciate you calling my crotch a disaster, Lindy.
What would you call it?